Hello and welcome to God's Minute. I'm Pastor Jonathan Conrad. I'm the senior pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wilmington, North Carolina. And today we begin our Lenten Bible study on the book of Psalms. And I call this study the Psalter Call. And I got that name for a couple of reasons. First of all, Psalter. It's a fancy name and I like it. But it comes from the Latin name for the book of Psalms. And in ancient Greek, it is the term for a stringed instrument. And this is a great reminder that the Psalms were sung in the synagogues of old, and they continue to be sung in Jewish worship and in Christian worship around the world today. Call because I sent out a call to my friends and church members on social media to let me know what their favorite psalms and or psalm verses are. And during these 40 days, I will touch on the ones that were mentioned. That also means that during Lent, there will be 6 God's minutes per week, and that includes Saturday. So I hope you enjoy this dive into the Psalms. And today's passage has me thinking about choose your own adventure books. So let's get to it. Happy are those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or take the path that sinners tread, or sit in the seat of scoffers, but their delight is in the law of the Lord. And on his law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season, and their leaves do not wither. In all that they do, they prosper. The wicked are not so, but are like the chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Back when I was young, I was a fan of a series of books called Choose Your Own Adventure. And these books were great because it gave me, the reader, the chance to participate in the story itself by making choices as to what the character does, usually what the main character does. So the character could either live and fight for another day or they could die. It was up to the reader. One of the names for Psalm 1 is the two ways, and the writer gives the reader the chance to choose their own adventure. You can choose the way of the Lord, which leads to life, or you could choose the way of the wicked, which leads to death. This psalm really sets the standard and the tone for the rest of the book: God or the wicked. Now, in the Choose Your Own Adventure books, if you make a wrong decision, your character dies and there's no turning back. But in God's book, God gives you the chance to start over and make better choices because God never gives up on you. God is always showing you different ways, different paths that will lead you away from sin and wickedness and to a life filled with hope and joy and a future. And to me, that is an adventure I want to be on, and I hope you do too. And that will do it for me today. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow for another edition of God's Minute. Until then, take care and God bless. We invite you to worship with us during this season of Lent. You can choose from the following: the 9 a.m. outdoor worship service with Holy Communion in the St. Paul's parking lot. Masks are required. The 11 a.m. indoor service with Holy Communion. This service has limited seating, so sign up is required. Masks are also required. The service is also live streamed on our YouTube channel so you can worship from your home. During Lent, we will have a midweek live stream Lenten worship service every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. This service can be found on our YouTube channel. If you are looking for a place to worship, come to St. Paul's, where all means all. We also welcome your financial contributions to the ministries of St. Paul's. You can give via online, text, mail, and setting up a bank draft. Thank you for your continued support of St. Paul's and its mission to bring God to all people.